When you look into your crystal ball, Gare Bear,
Okay.
do you see Aaron Rodgers being right about everyone needing to RELAX, about the Jets finding their way? This, of course, coming after their blowout loss on Monday night, that the score didn't really even give the full indication of how much they got their whooped. Do you think the Jets will be all right and get their first win against the Titans on Sunday?
Yeah, we gotta chill, Elle. We play football into January. It's still hot outside. What are we freaking out about? That's what I really want to know. What are we freaking out about? The Jets were the first to score a touchdown in that game. They're gonna be all right. They play the Titans, who inexplicably lost, all right, to the Bears last week. They'll be all right. Elle, I have more of a question on something that Aaron Rodgers said that I want to ask you about once I find out if you're in lockstep with me or not. This is a non-issue to me. The Jets are fine. They're not going to win the division, but they will be a wild card team. They're fine.
Yeah, I think that, that's I'm with you, Gary. Like, I think that what that game showed us was that the Niners are perennial contenders. They are always in the mix to be a
Yes.
Super Bowl contender. And I think that what we saw there is a bit of a measuring stick game and saying the Jets aren't in their atmosphere yet, right?
Uh-huh.
Like the Jets, we instantly wanted to give Aaron Rodgers addition to that team because of what we knew about their defense, make them a Super Bowl contenders. When I really think that their North Star is sneaking in as a wild card team. Like I think a wild card team and returning to the playoff for the Jets, that is like that's what they're hoping for. I think that's the barometer we need to be judging them on. I think
Hmm.
the reason that people are concerned is because the Jets defense, which was the reason
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers chose to go there, right, was supposed to be better than that. And they
Hmm.
let an undrafted third string running back run it down their throat. Shout out to Jordan Mason. So I think that's probably where the concern is. Like Aaron Rodgers, he was fine. He looked super solid for a guy that hasn't thrown a pass in a game in 600 days or whatever, or hasn't thrown more than like one pass in a game in 600 days. I think he looked okay. I'm not as worried about him, although he did look a little rusty. He did look a little uncomfortable in the pocket. We know all of those things to be true. I think more of the panic is, oh, like this was supposed to be a defensive team
Yeah.
that was going to get upgraded by the fact that they had Aaron Rodgers. They've got plenty of weapons. I think the offensive line did a decent job, which was probably the biggest question mark coming in. How are you going to protect Aaron Rodgers? So I'm not nearly as freaked out as maybe some other Jets fans are. I hope that they just level set a little bit. I hope that that game showed them like you're not really in
Correct.
the Niners atmosphere, man.
But
You're
also, San Francisco has top two offensive weapons, in my opinion, in the NFC. So, like, for them to let San Francisco score 30 plus, like that in and of itself isn't an anomaly to me. Yes, CMC wasn't playing, but Kyle Shanahan reloads. He is the
sure.
offensive brain in the NFC. So this is nothing to me. What's more to me, L, is the quote that Aaron Rodgers had. I'm gonna read it to you.
Okay.
And then because you are wiser than me, I want you to tell me what this word is.
All right.
It's a long season. I think at times people think the season is like you're out in the prairie or the desert and you're moving around trying to find water. But it's more like a nice, slow bolero where we're just swaying with the music and reacting to whatever comes to us and through us. Just trying not to get too high with the highs or too low with the lows. Elle, what is a bolero? I have a
Can you
couple options.
can you spell the word? I feel like I'm on the spelling bee. Please spell the word and give me the
Sure.
country of origin.
Bolero.
Yeah, like a tie?
Bolero. No, that's a
Like
bolo. Okay, this
oh,
was from Aaron Rodgers, not Philip Rivers. Bolero. So, El, I've aggregated a couple of things that I think would make sense that this is, and you're gonna have to tell me what it is.
okay.
Okay, so you're out in the prairie, moving and trying to find, but it's more like a nice, slow bolero. So, is a bolero a seasoned, slow simmered meat? Is it a small bowl-shaped body of inland water, or is it a Spanish dance characterized by sharp turns and stamping of the feet? Bolero.
Ooh, I guess I'm gonna go with A because like low and slow, that's always his thing. Like let him cook or whatever. I'm a crock pot. I'm not a microwave. Like I'm gonna go with that.
Gotcha! It's a Spanish Cuban inspired dance.
Wait, read it again now that I know the
Okay,
context?
ready?
Yeah.
It's a long season. I think at times people think the season is like you're out in the prairie or the desert and you're moving around trying to find water. But it's more like a nice, slow bolero where we're just swaying with the music and reacting to whatever comes to us.
Wait, but you just said that a bolero is like a herky-jerky you said that it's not a swang. Give me the description of a bolero again?
A Spanish dance characterized by sharp turns, stamping of the feet, sudden pauses in a position with one arm arched over the head.
That is 100% the opposite of what Aaron Rodgers described. He's pulling a TI here where he's like, I can't just say the thing that everyone knows. I'm going to try and use some analogy so that I can sound smarter or interesting and cultured. And the analogy wasn't even right. Like like he means like, does he mean like what's the one oh God, what's the one where they dance really slow and like the waltz? He means the waltz. He
Ah.
means the waltz. It's a waltz where you just sort of go with the music and you're in tandem and you're floating. You're almost floating. And instead, he
Mm.
describes something that's herky jerky, known for their sudden stops and pivots and turns. I mean, that sort of describes his personality, but that does not exactly describe what he was trying to describe.
Well, now we know. So if anybody can get this clip to Aaron Rodgers, I believe he was trying to say the waltz.
Yeah, he meant the waltz. Okay. But,
Mm.
go
Bolero
off,
also
sis.
was capitalized, so it's a proper noun of
Ah,
sorts. L
wow.
in the article. So listen, hey, I'm glad that we got to that clarification. But to circle back, no, I'm not worried about the Jets.